What a day! What a lovely day! And what a great movie! Wow!
As the world fell, each of us in our own way was broken. It was hard to know who was more crazy. Me or everyone else.
I got to finally see Mad Max Fury Road. Strangely enough, every showing except for one was in 3D, so I had to see it in 3D. There was no other way I could do this. Got a cool poster out of it. Freaking awesome. This is probably the third best movie I have seen in 2015. As a matter of fact, it should be stated that 2015 is basically the revenge of the R-rated blockbuster. Because we have seen Kingsman: The Secret Service, which is still my #1 favorite movie of 2015, and now we've got Mad Max Fury Road. We need more R-rated blockbusters. We really do. The film takes place between the first movie and The Road Warrior. In this film, we see Max, mentally broken after the death of his wife and son by Toe Cutter. He is kidnapped and taken to the Citadel, which is ruled by Immortan Joe, our main villain in this film, and is played by Hugh Keays-Byrne, who played Toe Cutter in the first film. While at the same time, Imperator Furiosa, played by Charlize Theron, takes a tanker rig full of water and runs off with it, as well as Immortan Joe's 5 wives. The wives themselves are basically for breeding purposes to make Immortan Joe's perfect army of his race, apparently. As Joe and his war boys continue to pursue Furiosa, Max escapes and helps her and the 5 wives escape to a place called the Green Land where Furiosa grew up at. I gotta say, the film was excellent. Oh man, the stunts were practical. We see practicality in stunt work. Something you rarely see now these days. Everything's in CGI now. The last film I saw, which was Age of Ultron, majority of it was CGI. You don't see that anymore. You don't see practical things happen anymore. You really don't. And this showed you that practical effects and stunts still work. Now, you do still see a little bit of CGI, but you can tell it's for things that you can tell cannot work within basically people actually trying to survive. And when I mean people, I mean the stunt performers. Tom Hardy was excellent as Max. He definitely carries over what Mel Gibson did. But we gotta say, the real star of the movie was Charlize Theron. What was it? Oh God. I can't say her full name right. Imperator Furiosa. Now, one of the big controversial things about this film was the feminism stuff. Now, to me, I was worried that it would be preachy on that ground, but it actually wasn't. This is the type of things that you would see in any kind of movie that would show strong female characters. And it wasn't preachy, which that's a good thing. When it comes to anything, feminism, veganism, Jesus, I don't like preachy. I freaking hate preachy. I'm just glad us Wiccans finally passed through that stage of being preachy. Especially with things like the craft and stuff. I mean, come on. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Witch's voice. But I digress. This is about Mad Max. In my own opinion, it was basically about totalitarianism, because it wasn't just about the five wives. It was about everyone that suffered through Immortan Joe's wrath. He basically says that water is addictive, and that's why he keeps it all to himself. That's why most of the war boys are very malnutritioned and basically near skeleton-like. And they also have their own interesting kamikaze thing, the war boys do, where they use silver spray paint. They spray their mouth with silver spray paint and then yell out, "Worship me!" No, what? That wasn't it. "Witness me!" That's what they say. And it's very interesting. That's basically kind of like a religious kamikaze sacrifice going on. Like I said, it is possibly my third favorite movie of 2015. Of course, number one is still Kingsman: The Secret Service. Number two, Furious 7. This one, Mad Max. Number 4 is Ultron. I'm sorry. I just thought Ultron wasn't that great of a movie. I mean, it was great, but it wasn't. There were better movies this year. So overall, I give this movie, my air conditioner, whenever it turns back on, it flickers the lights a lot. I give this movie a 10 out of 10. This should be exampled as why practical effects still work. And oh my god, it still works. So I hope you enjoyed my review. I'm Ashguy. I will see you next time. Ashguy Oto.